أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Yesterday we tried to understand format number 10. Know that format number 10 is based on V3. It's very simple, it's very easy. It talks about the status of our decisions which we took. Clear?
Yes.
For example, I decided to start today's class. What is the status of that decision?
And you have started.
And I have started. Clear?
Yes.
I planned to make you stand in a circle. What's the status?
And you have stood.
And I have made it.
Made.
Clear? Or in other words, I decided to adjust to. This word adjust is right or wrong?
Wrong. Adjust.
Think. The word ADJUST. Adjust. This is right or wrong?
Wrong.
What's the proper pronunciation?
Adjust.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Adjust.
Adjust.
What's the word?
Adjust.
Adjustment, not adjustment. Seat adjustment nahi. Seat adjustment. याद है यार? So I decided to adjust the table, the computer table. What is the status?
And you have adjusted.
And I have adjusted. I have adjusted it now. You both people know Mr. Umar. Complete name? Mr. Umar Rashid. Complete name? Mr. What's the name? What? Shafat. Mr. Shafatullah Khan. These two people decided to join us. These two people, yesterday you decided to join us. What is the status?
And
they have joined us. Any question regarding format number 10?
No, sir.
Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir. Mr. Rafi
Okay.
decided to close the door
Okay.
and he has closed it.
Okay. Mr. Rafi decided to close the door and he has closed it. मिस रफ़ी ने दरवाज़ा बंद करने का फ़ैसला किया और उसने दरवाज़ा बंद कर लिया है जी.
I decided to read the Dawn newspaper in English language and
Okay.
I have read it.
हाँ. You decided to read the Daily Dawn, the newspaper. Clear? And you have read it. Please.
I decided to attend the college at time and I have attended it.
Okay, you decided to attend the college and you have attended it. Okay.
I decided to learn the lesson and I have learned it.
Excellent. You decided to learn the lesson and you have learned it. Ji.
My brother decided to play cricket and he has
Played it. Excellent. Your brother decided to play cricket and he has played it.
I decided to take a glass of
Water.
and I have taken it.
Sure, you decided to drink a glass of water and you have drunk it. Points clear. Our today's lesson, again, it's very important, and I expect that you will be concentrated. Promise?
yes, sir.
You will pay concentration.
Inshallah.
You came from your home or from your hostel. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You came from?
Home.
Say, I came from my home.
I came from my home.
Okay.
I came from my home.
Okay.
I came from my home.
Okay.
I came from my home.
I
Okay.
came from my home.
Sure.
I came from my home.
Very good.
I came from my home.
Okay.
I came from my home.
Excellent.
I came from my home.
Excellent. No. So you were there at your homes. You were there at your homes. Did anybody see you today at your home?
Yes.
Did anybody see you at your home in your hostel? आज किसी शख्स ने आपको आपके घर में देखा? My question is very simple. Who saw you today at your home in your hostel? जी.
My uncle saw me in my home.
Excellent. Your uncle saw you at your home. आपके अंकल ने आपको आपके घर में देखा. ऐसे है जी.
My brother saw me at my home.
Okay.
My father saw me at my home.
Excellent.
My friend saw me at home.
Sure. Whose home?
My home.
Come again, beta.
My friend saw me at my home.
Your friend saw you. Saw your friend saw you at your home. जी.
My brother saw me at my home.
Excellent. जी.
My nephew saw my home.
Saw me. Saw
me.
My nephew saw me. मेरे nephew ने मुझे देखा. कहाँ पे?
At my home.
Very good. Your nephew saw you at your home.
My cousin saw me at my home.
Better not saw. There is no such word in English. Saw. What's the word? Saw. Saw नहीं. Saw.
My hostel fellows saw me at hostel.
In the hostel. Your hostel fellows, your hostel mates saw you in the hostel. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
अब क्या करना है आपने? एक लफ्ज़ ऐड करना है आपने. When my uncle saw me at my home. When my mother saw me at my home. When my father saw me at my home. जब मेरे अब्बू ने मुझे मेरे घर में देखा. मेरा आपसे सवाल है, What were you doing at that time? क्वेश्चन क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
जब आपको जिसने भी देखा आज आपके घर में, एट दैट पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट, उस वक्त आप क्या कर रहे थे? जी.
When my uncle saw me at my home, I was reading books.
Excellent बेटा. When your uncle saw you at your home, you were reading a book. You are reading a book. Gentleman Mr. Awais tells us. Mr. Awais tells us that he was reading a book when his uncle saw him. Point is clear or not?
Yes.
जी.
When my brother saw me, I was taking lunch.
Excellent. You were taking lunch when your
My brother saw me.
when your brother saw you. You were taking lunch when your brother saw you. Mr. Ahmad Raza tells us. Mr. Ahmad Raza tells us that he was taking lunch when his brother saw him. बात समझ आ रही है आपको? ये हमें बताते हैं कि ये खाना खा रहे थे जब इनके भाई ने इन्हें देखा. बात क्लियर हो रही है?
When my father saw me, I was doing my homework.
Excellent. No. Mr. Sawal Khan tells us that he was doing homework when his father saw him. Sawal Khan हमें बताते हैं कि जिस वक्त इनके अब्बू ने इन्हें देखा, ये उस वक्त होमवर्क कर रहे थे. जी.
When my friend saw me, I was talking with my brother.
Excellent. No. Who saw you?
My friend.
Very good. When your friend saw you, you were talking with your brother. So Mr. Idris tells us that he was talking with his brother when his friend saw him. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Idris हमें बताते हैं कि जिस वक्त इनके दोस्त ने इन्हें देखा, ये उस वक्त अपने भाई से क्या बातचीत कर रहे हैं. क्लियर है की बात? जी.
When my brother saw me, I was watching it.
Excellent. You were watching TV. Who saw you?
My brother.
When your brother saw you, you were watching TV. Mr. Abdul Malik says that he was watching TV when his brother saw him. ये हमें बताते हैं कि जब इनके भाई ने इन्हें देखा, उस वक्त ये टेलीविजन देख रहे थे. जी.
when my brother saw me, I am drinking.
I was जी
I was drinking water.
excellent. No, you were drinking water when
When my brother
saw you. When your brother saw you, you were drinking water.
When my father saw me,
What were you doing?
when
Okay, correct. When your father saw you, what were you doing?
I was playing.
You were playing cricket. No, you were playing cricket. When your father saw you, you were playing cricket. जी
When my cousin saw me in my home. When
Okay.
my cousin saw me
at my home.
at my home, I was eating pizza.
Very good. No, you were eating pizza when
My
your cousin saw you at your home. Excellent. जी
When my brother saw me,
Okay.
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. Excellent. तो आपको कैसे पता चला कि उन्होंने देखा? बाद में उन्होंने बताया.
थोड़ा सा दस्तक दे रही
हाँ, यानी उनकी दस्तक ने. तो ये कर लेते हैं ना जी. इसका पता है क्या करना है? जितना आप लॉजिकल स्ट्रॉन्ग होगे ना, इतना आपका ईमान भी पुख्ता होगा. अच्छा जी. When his भाई की बात कर रहे हैं. When his brother knocked at the door. When your brother knocked at the door, you were sleeping. Gentleman tells us that he was sleeping when his brother knocked at the door. Clear की बात
Yes,
है?
sir.
ये भी पुराना लेसन है.
Yes,
पता है?
sir.
लेसन
Yes,
नंबर
sir.
5.
Fine.
ऐसे ही है जी.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, ये तो आप काम कर रहे थे. इससे पहले आपने कौन कौन से काम कर लिए थे? सिचुएशन क्लियर है? ये तो आप कर रहे थे ना.
Yes, sir.
मसलन व्हाट वर यू डूइंग?
I was reading book.
यू वर रीडिंग अ बुक.
A book.
सब नजर आ जी. ये किताब पढ़ रहे थे ना. मिस्टर अवैस वाज रीडिंग बुक. एंड बिफोर
That.
इससे पहले ही हैड, आज का लेसन नंबर 11, ही हैड, HAD हैड, आगे क्या है? V3. ही हैड ओपन्ड द बुक. इन्होंने किताब खोल ली थी. ऐसी है ना, ताई पढ़ रहे हैं ना. ही हैड ओपन इट. ही हैड गॉट रेडी. ये तैयार हो चुके थे किसके लिए? फॉर द रीडिंग. अब आपने क्या करना है? वो तीनों बातें दोबारा करनी है जी, और साथ ये ऐड करना है. मसलन when my uncle saw me at my home, I was eating food, and before that I had washed my hands. मैंने अपने हाथ धो लिए थे. I had recited Bismillah wa ala barakatillah. I had recited Bismillah wa ala barakatillah. I had kept a glass of water on the table. बात समझ आ रही है ना? आप सिर्फ बताना है किसने आपको कहाँ देखा, जब देखा उस वक्त आप क्या कर रहे थे, और उससे पहले क्या क्या कर लिया था जी.
When my brother saw me,
ओके
I was taking my lunch.
ओके.
Before that, I had washed my hand.
Excellent.
When my brother saw me, I was taking my lunch.
When your brother saw you, you were taking lunch. Okay.
Before that, I had washed my hand.
And before that, you had washed your
Hand.
hands. What does it tell us?
Mr. West tells us that he was taking lunch when his brother saw him
Okay.
at his home. Before that,
And before that,
he had washed his hands.
very good. He had washed his hands. Ji.
When my brother saw me, I was watching TV,
Okay.
and before that, I have turned on the TV.
You had. And before that, you had turned on TV, switched on TV. You had inserted the plug into the socket. Clear?
Yes.
You had eaten breakfast. No. You had done your homework. No. Clear?
Yes.
He
was watching TV.
was watching TV.
And-
Before that,
Okay.
he
एंड नहीं तो जुमला गलत हो जाएगा, मज़ा नहीं आएगा ना.
yes sir
एंड बिफोर दैट,
and
एंड बिफोर दैट, और इससे पहले जी.
and before that he had
He had
switched on the TV.
He had switched on the TV. He had taken seat in the TV lounge. He had finished all the home assignments. He had taken.
remote.
He had excellent. He had held. He had held the TV remote in his hand. Clear? Please.
When my brother saw me, I was learning the lesson, and before that, I had taken the book.
Taken?
The book,
What do you mean by that? Taken the book?
kitab uthai the lesson.
I had picked the book. I had started reading the books. दोबारा बताएं जी.
When my brother saw me, I was learning the lesson, and before that, I had picked
The book. Clear? You had opened the book. Clear? What does it tell us?
Mr. Abdul Malik tells us that he was learning his lesson
Okay.
when his brother saw him.
Okay. Saw him. Okay.
And before that he
He
had
had
picked the book.
He had picked the book.
He
Clear?
had opened the book.
He had opened the book. Clear? He had decided to read the book. He had selected very good the book he wanted to read. He had selected the book he wanted to read. Ji.
He had taken the seat.
He had taken the seat. He had sat. No, he had sat on the sofa, on the cot, no, on the bed. Ji.
When my brother saw me, I was taking lunch,
Okay.
and before that, I had drunk a glass of water.
Excellent. No, what does it tell us?
Mr. Ahmed tells us that he was taking the lunch when his brother saw him.
Okay.
And before that, he
He had drunk a glass of water. What else had he done?
had taken the seat.
He had taken the seat.
He had made his mind to eat the food.
Excellent. He had made his mind to eat food. ये आपका favorite जुमला है, make mind. जी.
When my friends saw me at my home,
Okay.
I was talking with my brother.
Okay. When your friend saw you, you were talking with your brother. Before that, what had you done?
And before that I had played the game.
You had played the game. Ji.
Mr. Dearest tells us that he was talking with his brother when his friend saw him, and before that he had played game.
The game.
When I reached college,
When you reach the college,
I saw
okay,
the principal.
you saw the principal. What was he doing?
He was talking with the student.
Okay. And before that,
And before that, he came to the college.
he had come.
He had come to the college.
And before that, he had come to the college. He had affixed his signature in the attendance register. He had held a meeting. उन्होंने meeting कर ली थी with the staff के साथ. Clear? He had attended the assembly. उन्होंने assembly attend कर ली थी. He had delivered the speech in the assembly. उन्होंने assembly में speech भी deliver कर ली थी. बात समझ आई?
When I reached my class,
Okay.
I saw many students.
Okay.
They were talking with each other. And before that, they were revising the lecture.
Before that, what
Before
had
that-
they done?
Before that,
They had taken
they
their
had
seats.
taken their seats.
वो अपनी कुर्सी पर बैठ चुके थे जी. Clear? जी. They had
Before that, they
they had
come to the
they
college.
had entered the college. They had
entered the
attended they had attended the morning assembly. When I went back my home, I saw my mother. I saw
My mother.
she had अम्मी ने क्या कर लिया था? She had cooked food. She had made tea. She had watched her favorite programs. She had served food to my father. She had guided my younger brother. She had served some guests. She had visited the market. गलत समझ नहीं?
Yes. When I went back to my home,
Okay. जी. When you went back your home, जी.
my father.
Okay. I saw my father.
I saw my father
Hmm.
before that and before that.
अब भाई साहब सुने करो, उस पिछली गलत तो निकले करो. I saw my father. उम्र क्या होगा आगे जी? He had.
Yes.
मैंने अब्बू को देखा. He had returned from the office. वो ऑफिस से आ चुके, वापस आ चुके थे. He had done his duty. अब्बू ने अपनी ड्यूटी कर ली थी. He had drunk a glass of water. अब्बू ने पानी का गिलास पी लिया था. He had taken a cup of tea. अब्बू ने चाय का कप पी लिया था. I went back to my house. I saw my mother. She had cooked food. She had served the whole family. She had made a cup of tea. She had watched her favorite program. बात क्लियर होगी जी? I saw my father. हुन अभी नहीं देखा. He had returned from the office. He had done his duty. He had taken a cup of tea. He had watched his favorite TV program. He had read the English newspaper. Clear?
Yes.
I saw my sister. She had done her homework. She had completed her assignment. She had guided her younger brother. बात करोगे जी?
Yes.
I saw my younger brother. He had done his homework. Clear?
Yes.
He had drunk his favorite juice. I saw some guests. Some guests. They had taken tea. वो चाय पी चुके थे. They had, एक नई चीज़ बता दूँ, आपने उसे पढ़ रखी है. They had gossip.
Yes.
Have a gossip. याद है?
Yes, sir.
They had gossip. They had tea. They had their seeds. तो नहीं समझ आ रही होनी. हाँ, have a fun. They had fun. क्लियर की बात है? I went back to my house. Clear? I saw my neighbor. He had brought a complaint against me. He had told the whole story of my love affair to my father. He had made a complaint against me. He had praised my character. He had told number of positive stories to my father. घर जाओगे? देखना है घर में कौन है जी. आप बताओ कि मसा घर जाते हो, आप देखते हो कि आपकी अम्मी है. देखना है अम्मी ने कौन कौन से काम कर लिए हैं. घर में जो होगा जी. अब्बू हैं तो जो काम आपके अब्बू ने कर लिए होंगे, आपने क्या करना है, उनकी लिस्ट बनानी है. बात क्लियर होगी जी? एनी क्वेश्चन? थैंक यू वेरी मच. सी यू टुमारो at
4
4 p.m. Thank you very much.